What is going on, guys? Papa C back in the video for you guys, bringing you week 5 of season 6 of the PGL. This week in New York Klinks, taking on EXPawesome, coach of the Chatham. I can never say it. I don't know if it's Chatham or Catcham. I'm sorry. Charizards. His links, of course, in the description. Make sure you guys go check out Side of the Battle, see what he was thinking, what he brought, stuff like that. So, going into this matchup, I actually recorded this battle last night, shortly after it happened. But I was sort of editing back the commentary, and I realized a lot of things just didn't make sense that I was saying. And I kind of had a sore throat yesterday, so I kind of sounded a little bit like this. So I figured let's redo it. Did what I did last week, basically, where I have the video recorded. I'm just going to pause it at times. So I just want to quickly go over this matchup, do a pseudo team builder, because I feel like this matchup, it's definitely the most I've prepped out of any PGL week so far, just because I feel like the matchup was just a very weird matchup. Not necessarily a terrible matchup. I don't think that this matchup heavily favored EXPawesome, but at the same time, if you just break down the teams, you'll see what I'm talking about. So my team, yellow, highlighted mons being the Zero Crystal holders, CELE-STEAL-YO, Tapu Bulu, Kingdra, Politoed, Latias, Stakataka, Gligar, Mega Beedrill, Zoroark, Cobalon, and Beartick. My opponent, Tapu Lele, Landorus Incarnate, the Sheer Force one, which is terrifying, Toxapex, Mega Swampert, Thundurus Incarnate, the Prankster one, Volcarona, Hitmontop, Magnezone, Alakazam, Spiritomb, and Blossom. So what I mean by this is, let's say I bring Bulu, right? If I bring Bulu, it's good because I can stop Lele's terrain since I'm slower, and I can kill his Mega Swampert. I know he really likes Mega Swampert. He sniped from the draft, and I wish I had it, but I know that he was going to bring it. It also does okay against Magnezone because it could take hits, but at the same time, it mitigates ground damage for Magnezone, so if I decide to bring Earthquake on certain Pokemon, it would be unaffected because of the way the terrain works, and it would just be a really weird matchup. He also has Toxapex, which he didn't bring, but I thought Toxapex matched up pretty nicely against me. He told me after the battle that, sorry about that, phone was ringing. He told me after the battle that he didn't bring Toxapex because he called that I wouldn't bring things like Bulu, so it was definitely a very good call on his part to just play the mind games there. And then if you look at my team further, like, if I bring the Rainmon, something like Kingdra and Politoed or Beartick, he has the Toxapex, which can sponge hits, and he has the Mega Swampert, which benefits from the rain. So definitely a very weird matchup. One positive that I do have is I definitely do have the speed matchup, and I do have two steel types in CELE-STEAL-YO and Stakataka, which can eat up hits from his Tapu Lele pretty nicely. So I'm pretty happy about that. I don't know if he has like Focus Blast or HP Fire, but if he has HP Fire, I'm going to kind of spoil a bit of the battle. He has Prankster Rain Dance on his Thundurus, so if he has HP Fire at anything, it's just not going to do as much damage to my steel types, which is pretty cool. So go over the team really quickly. Scarf Zoroark, U-Turn, Grass Knot, Hidden Power Ice at Night Days. I just wanted to disguise it as Gligar, go for U-Turns. I want to lead with this because I figured if he does it with his Thundurus, which he does, he might click HP Ice, thinking that I'm actually a Gligar, and I want to make the first turn prediction, and go for a U-Turn or HP Ice or a Night Day, see what he wants to do. Next up, I have CELE-STEAL-YO, and I feel like CELE-STEAL-YO in this game it has to be my win condition, because if you look at his team versus my team, as a whole, not just these 6. Like I said earlier, things like I can't bring Bulu, I can't bring Rain. I feel like CELE-STEAL-YO has the best matchup against his team. However, I have to get rid of Thundurus if it has Prankster Thunder Wave. If it doesn't have Prankster Thunder Wave, that's not that much of a threat. And I have to weaken the Lele a bit because I actually don't have steel coverage on my CELE-STEAL-YO. I have Autonomize because I want to raise my speed. Earthquake because I needed to kill the Magnezone because I feel like it's a pretty good switch into me, and for Toxapex. Brought a lot of Earthquakes for the Toxapex because it's a threat. I wanted to make sure that pretty much at least everything on this team could just not get walled by Toxapex, except for like Zoroark. So I have Autonomize, Earthquake, Hidden Power Ice, and Air Slash. Hidden Power Ice is needed because of the Genies. Air Slash is just for stab, but also it's the Zoroark, or the, not the Zoroark, the Volcarona, which is nice, and the Hitmontop, which he didn't bring. Next up, I have Beedrill. It's adamant because it's super fast, and that's one really big positive I have in this matchup, is Beedrill is just fast as heck. I could run an adamant set, very standard set. That's what I love about Beedrill. Just run U-Turn, 3 attacks, it's really good. Nothing too special there. Next up, I have Stakataka. Very weird Stakataka. I'm actually Assault Vest Max Special Defense because I want to make sure I can eat hits from the Volcarona as much as possible. I have Gyro Ball for damage. I'm a minus Speed Niche, so I can do a ton of damage with Gyro Ball. I have Rock Slide because he has the Genies and he has the Volcarona. I have Earthquake because of the Toxapex and because of the Magnezone. And then I also have Smackdown. Now, Smackdown is a 50 base power, 100 accurate rock move that basically mitigates any ground immunity. The reason why I'm running that is because it kills the Volcarona and it can't miss, like Rock Slide can miss, and I don't want to be in a situation where I have Stakataka in on Volcarona and it's +1 and I miss a Rock Slide. I want to make sure I can kill that thing 100% of the time. Also, if he has something in Bricks and Earthquake and goes to one of his Genies, I go for Smackdown. I can now go for Earthquake if I want, which is pretty cool. Next up, Latias. Very similar set to last week, I believe, or the week before. I forget which week I brought it. Maybe both weeks I brought it. But it's an Assault Vest, offensive, Latias, timid with max speed. The reason why I'm max speed, I'm pretty sure he has something that's 110 speed, or I'm close to max speed, actually. I forget the exact speeds and stuff, but I'm close to max speed. Energy Ball, Psychic, Ice Beam, and I forget the last move. It might have been Thunderbolt. I don't really remember. This thing can just take hits. It's my best answer to Toxapex. Since Toxapex didn't come this matchup, I know Latias is a pretty expendable Pokemon. Just get chip damage, set up for CELE-STEAL, and hopefully Latias can do that. And then last but not least, Gligar. It's actually an Adamant Gligar with max attack, because if he's running a specially defensive Toxapex, I can actually two-shot it, which is pretty nice, with Earthquake, U-Turn, Stealth Rocks, and Stone Edge. Now, I really wanted to run like Roost and Toxic, but I feel like I had this issue with the MPA last season too when I had Gligar, is it just gets so many good moves that you always want to have. It just has 4 move syndrome, and I feel like these were the best 4 moves against me, or best 4 moves to use. So again, skipping ahead to the actual battle here, let's go over here. So I decided to leave Zoroark. I figure I'm Scarfed. I outspeed everything on his team. I can go for U-turn if I want to. Doesn't really matter. If he leads with the Genies, I can go for HP Ice. Let's just see what he does. So he leads with Shock Shock, which is going to be his Thunderous Incarnate, and I am definitely expecting to be Prankster. It could be Defiant, though. It really could be Defiant. It could be like a physical defense that was superpowered to hit my Stakataka. I go into my Zoroark disguised as Gligar. He goes for the first turn Rain Dance, so I know he's setting up for Swampert. So here, I want to see if he's Z-Crystal, if he has Damp, or what his EV spread is. I just go straight for the Night Daze here. And Night Daze does a very nice chunk of damage. As you can see, it does over half. So at this point, and I get the Accuracy Drop, which is kind of nice. It's 40% chance to lower accuracy, which I guess is cool. So at this point, I know even if it goes through Thunder Wave, he risks dying, so he's probably going to switch out. He just go for Night Daze again. Whatever comes in doesn't really want to take it too well. So go for Night Daze here on the Zoroark. At this point, or excuse me, on the Volcarona. At this point, I figure he probably realizes that I am a Zoroark because I'm going for Night Dazes. So I just switch out expecting the Bug Buzz, because Bug Buzz would just Oko me to Oblivion while it could take another Night Daze. And I go out into my Stock Attack because the Rain is also up. So even if he goes for a +1 Fire move, since I'm Assault Vest, Max Special Attack, or Max Special Defense, excuse me, I can eat this hit up no problem. So here, I believe I just go for a Gyro Ball, because Gyro Ball would actually kill Volcarona from this range, just because I'm so much slower than it. So he goes to Swampert here. It's not Mega Evolved yet, so I don't do as much damage as I would if it were Mega. I believe if it's Mega, it does more damage. I could be wrong. I do about 25%, which is nice damage. Now here, I'm fearing a Power-Up Punch, or even just a Waterfall. Waterfall in the rain is going to hurt Stock a lot. I just go out into my Lanias, because I figure it's the most expendable Pokemon, and I know it can take a hit. And if he doesn't have the Damp Rock, the rain turns will end either this turn or next turn. So even if he like predicts this and goes for Ice Punch and kills me, it's really not that big of a deal, because like I said, this is the most expendable mon, and if he doesn't have the Damp Rock on his Thundurus, because I'm thinking he's a Z-Crystal Thundurus, because he's one of the Z-Crystal users, then I'm fine. So the rain goes away, which tells me he definitely is a Z-Crystal user. And here, I could have easily clicked Energy Ball, but I figured since his Thundurus was still alive, he wouldn't want to risk losing his Swampert, because he could just set up the rain again. He just stays in and goes for Outrage, which really surprised me. That's the second time, in both the leagues that I'm in, the MPA and the PGL, that I got blindsided by an Outrage Swampert. So I just go out into my Beedrill because I figure the rain is gone and I outspeed him. I'm just going to pause it here real quick because I want to say something. I was really tempted to go out to my CELE-STEAL and just set up here, but I just didn't want him to be Prankster Thunder Wave on his Thunders and just kill me, so I figured, you know what, if I go to Beedrill, I outspeed and U-turn kills, that makes his Thundurus Rain Dance kind of useless because he has no other really rain set or rain Pokemon that can benefit from it, so I figured this is probably my best play. If I go for U-turn, I'm going to claim a kill on a Mega Swampert, which is the only thing that's going to outspeed my Zoroark. Unless he has Scarf. Actually, I think it's the only thing that potentially outspeeds, unless he has Scarf Thundurus, which I don't think he does because he showed Rain Dance. So I go for U-turn there, kill this thing, which is fantastic. Now at this point, I just go back to my Zoroark because I figure there's nothing on his team that could outspeed me, and I just go for a U-turn. I was very tempted to actually go to my regular Gligar, not Zoroark, because I figured I get to get up Stealth Rocks here. I thought Stealth Rocks would be pretty important in this matchup, but I figured the Volcaronas already took about 45%, so it really wasn't as important. So I go for Night Daze here because I figure he's going to go for Quiver Dance again. Last time, he was really aggressive, clicked Quiver Dance. I feel like this time I predict the switch again. Get the Accuracy Drop, which is nice. And he does go for the Quiver Dance here, which is great because he doesn't kill me here. And here I just go for Night Daze again. I either claim a kill or do big damage or something else. So I do just that. In a second here, you'll see. There's the Night Daze. It connects, thankfully. It's only 95 accurate, so I was kind of scared of missing. And down goes the Volcarona. So that's another thing that could have potentially outsped my Zoroark if it got 2 Quiver Dances up. So that thing's dead. Now he goes back out into his Tapu Lele. I can do about 50% of this thing, which is nice, but Moonblast kills me. And I'm thinking he's a Scarfer, so I decide to switch out into, I believe, my CELE-STEAL here just to take the hit. as, excuse me, I go to Stakataka here because Stakataka could take a hit because I'm at full HP. And I threatened him out with a Gyro Ball because Gyro Ball would kill this thing, and nothing else really wants to take a hit. I was very, very tempted to click Earthquake here because I figured he might be inclined to go to his Magnet Zone and try to trap me and go for, say, an HP Fire. I don't think he has HP Fire, though, looking back on this battle because he did bring Rain, but he very well could have. Granted, a Flash Cannon still would have done an okay amount of damage because he doesn't know that I'm max Special Defense. Assault Vest, I go for Gyro Ball. Doesn't do that much damage. I mean, 25%, not that bad, I guess, considering it's a resisted hit. And here I actually click Earthquake, so I thought he would stay in and go for Thunderbolt, trying to kill me, thinking he could take hits, but he just goes for the Volt Switch, and I'm thinking he might actually be a Choice Scarf. Magnet Zone at this point, he could be, I don't really know. This thing eats the Earthquake up, which kind of sucks, doesn't affect the thing. So I'm at 75 HP, and I know I could take a Life Orb Thunderbolt, but he does reveal the Z Thunderbolt, which I'm not sure what his set was. I don't think this was a roll to kill, it might have been. Either way, it's going to take me out, which really isn't a big deal, because now that I know he's definitely not Scarfed and definitely not Damp Rock, I know because he has the Z Crystal, and he burned the Z Crystal from my Stakataka, which is great. If there's something that I wanted to go down to a Z move, it would have been Stakataka, because Stakataka did what it needed to do. It took hits, it forced things out, did a little bit of damage, it definitely got its mileage in this battle. So down goes Stakataka. Now, I go out into my Zoroark again here because I know... Actually, let me pause this here. I kind of messed up, and I think I'm wrong on this looking back on the battle, but when the battle was happening live, since the terrain is up, I thought that he couldn't go for Thunder Wave because the terrain prevents priority. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, but either way, I go to this, and if this actually is Gligar, I will kill him with a Stone Edge, and he can't Thunder Wave because I am a Ground type. But this is Zoroark. I just click Night Daze anyway. He goes for kind of a Hail Mary Rain Dance here, I guess because he figures he's going to die. I'm not really sure... Excuse me, what else could benefit from the rain on his team, like I said. I'm not sure exactly why he would want to set up the rain, but he just does it anyway. Maybe he has something in the back that could benefit from it, I'm not really sure. So overnight days, and down goes this thing. So now, at this point, he's kind of forced to go to his Lele and click Moonblast, because if he makes the aggressive prediction and just goes for a Psychic here, predicting me to switch out, I'm a Dark type, I'm immune to it, and I could kill it with 2 Night Dazes, so I just switch out to my CELE-STEAL here, because I figure this is as good a time as any to set up my Autonomize. The Thundurus is dead, he only has 3 Pokemon left, and I probably am going to threaten him out with a Heavy Slam because he's not going to want to take hits. So I come in here, if he has HP Fire, I don't care because the rain is up, which is great. The rain benefiting me, if he has HP Fire, that is. Goes for Moonblast, doesn't do that much damage. Unfortunately, he gets the special attack drop, which is pretty unfortunate because the way I EV'd this Stakataka was to actually get special attack boost with each kill. I have 1 more point in special attack than physical attack, so I would get the Air Slash boost. That way the Air Slash... Let me pause it, actually, I can explain this. So, I have it EV'd so that way, from the Beast boost, I'll get +1 in special attack because I need the +1 in special attack to kill the Lele with Air Slash. However, since he gets the drop, this HP Ice is actually not going to kill this Landorus, which is really unfortunate. I go for Autonomize first, but then I click HP Ice, and it's not going to kill the Landorus, which is super unfortunate. But luckily, he really can't do anything to me. He can't go for Earth Power, because I'm Flying type. He can't go for HP Fire, because the rain is up. He goes for Rock Slide, and he can't flinch me because I'm faster, so that doesn't kill me, which is great. And I just go for another HP Ice, because I figure he's probably just going to sack this off, but he switches out to Lele. And Lele is going to take a little bit of damage, which is nice. Because, again, if I can get this Lele to about 50%, then Night Daze should kill it. And I'm expecting him, to be Scarf. So here I know he's going to kill me. Goes for Psychic. Even Moonblast will probably kill me from this range. I just go for Air Slash, Hail Mary. Not really Hail Mary. Just get as much damage off as I can. And he goes for Moonblast here, and that is going to take me out. So down goes CELE-STEAL. Now at this point, though, since I'm thinking he's Scarfed and he's locked into Moonblast... Let me pause it again. Okay, so at this point, throughout most of the battle, I'm assuming he's Scarfed. At this point, I'm still thinking he's Scarfed. He went for Moonblast. So if he's Scarfed, he has to click Moonblast on my Mega Beedrill, which won't kill, and then I can kill him with a Poison Jab or even a U-turn that would kill. If he isn't Scarfed, I outspeed him, and I just kill him. So I figured this is a good time as any. Just go to my Beedrill. It doesn't necessarily tell me if he's Scarfed or not, but it does. It either claims a kill or forces him out and does big damage. So he switches out to Magnet Zone. I just clicked the Poison Jab. I figured there was really no reason to overpredict and go for U-turn or even go for a Drill Run because Drill Run wouldn't have killed Lele, and U-turn, I didn't really see the point. So I just stay in, go for Poison Jab, it misses. At this point, even if he's Choice Scarf, I outspeed him with my investment. I go for Drill Run, I connect, he's not Shuckle Berry, and down goes the Magnet Zone. So now, this pretty much forces him to go to his Lele, because even if he goes to his Landorus and kills me, I go to Zoroark and kill him. If he goes to his Lele, even if he's scarfed and he kills me, I can still revenge kill it with other things in the back. He can't kill my Gligar. I can go into Gligar and go for a Earthquake, or I can just stay in and go for U-turn. Luckily, he isn't scarfed. I don't know what item he is, but U-turn is going to kill. And now all he has left is his Landorus Incarnate with like 10 HP, and I have my Zoroark with HP Ice. So I go to Zoroark right here. I'm scarfed. There's nothing he can do, unless even if he has a priority move, actually, there's nothing he can do because the rain is up. So he goes to Landorus, and I am going to click HP Ice as the phone rings. Sorry about that. I've been getting a lot of interruptions lately with my recordings. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, end of the battle. Hidden Power Ice. Nothing he can do. Down goes Landorus. And this was a really, really good feeling to win this week because I just felt like the matchup was just such a weird matchup. And I kind of like that about League sometimes. When you have a matchup that's just so weird, it really forces you to think when you battle, and it really forces you to prep well. And I really liked matchups like this. So this was a fantastic battle with the EXPawesome. Make sure you check out his side of the battle. I definitely check it out to see what he thought, what his thought process was, and what his sets were exactly. Excuse me, as I'm yawning. But that'll be it for today. Thank you for watching. I believe now we sit at 2-3. I'm not sure our differential, but I'm pretty sure it's negative. I want to say it's at least like -5. Nothing too great, but we're actually not far out of playoffs. I believe we're only 1 game out of playoffs, which really isn't bad. Since this is a 10-week season, I believe even if we go 6-4, we should make the playoffs. And I figure, you know, now that I'm playing a lot better, now that I've figured out the team a little bit more, I think we have a pretty good shot. Unfortunately, I'm not really using Rain as much, which is the whole reason why I joined this league. I joined this league because I want to draft a Rain team. I want to like Pelipper, Mega Swampert, Kingdra, stuff like that. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff got sniped. My opponent took the Mega Swampert here. Gearheart went for Rain as well and took Pelipper. So I kind of have a really weird pseudo Rain team. But I like the way it functions without the Rain. I do like that dynamic, how I'm not over-reliant on Rain. But I would like to bring the Rain more still. So that'll be it for today. Keep running for your Klinks. I will see you guys next week. And bye-bye.